In scholarship and academia, one thing I have a love-hate relationship with is publishing. Don't get me wrong, I love to read, write, do research, and share what happens with all of you. However, I really don't love the process that it takes within the academic world. So, to publish your work, you have to send it to a journal. You take your manuscript that you've written from your results, from your experiments, from your methods of inquiry, and so on, and you decide on a journal, you send it. From that point, an editor will look at it and they will decide, one, whether it's worth sending to review. If not, they will just desk reject it. That means it gets sent back to you and they may or may not give a good reason for why they rejected it. And if they did, then you can use that to revise and send to a new journal. Step two, if it goes on to review, typically it's sent to at least 2 reviewers who are experts in your field, and they agree to volunteer. We don't get paid for this, but we're all expected to do it, to give feedback on this paper and give comments and recommend revisions that could make it better. Those can be minor, those can be major, or they could just decide to tell the editor that it just shouldn't be a paper, they should reject it. So then the editor will receive the opinions from the reviewers 1 and 2, sometimes up to 4 or more, and they will decide whether to let you revise said article. And if they do so, you get these lists of comments from these anonymous reviewers. Some are kind, some are mean. The trope of reviewer 2 comes to mind. And you set about in revising your paper based on the comments from these reviewers. After that, you resubmit it back to the journal. The editor will look at it and then typically send it back to reviewers again, and they will decide whether you have satisfied their comments with your changes, and if not, they can decide to either recommend rejection or further comments. And this can be a back and forth. Comments, changes, comments, changes, comments, changes, until you have satisfied said reviewer and hope that you haven't upset the other reviewers with the changes you've made for another reviewer, because sometimes that can also happen. So it's this lovely, uncertain dance of trying to please everyone. And on top of that, the journals that publish our articles charge giant fees for access to them, and so it makes it harder to disseminate our knowledge with the public. And so in that respect, sometimes we pay giant open access fees so that anyone can read them if we have the money to do so. If you're a scholar or academic who has experience in publishing from any perspective, what are your opinions on the current state of the peer review process and publish or perish culture? How might we fix it? Or do you think it needs fixed at all? Anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments. Bye now.